Hi friends, this is MD Vegan, and today I had a friend's recipe. She's called Lila. Yeah, Lila is a wonderful woman. I know her only virtually from the internet, but she always posts very nice recipes in our Facebook group. Yeah, is it in German, but I do it in English now, for my English friends that they can enjoy also. It's a very nice recipe for a chocolate cake. A very simple chocolate cake, goes very fast. You can do it within 1 hour to serve it. And you can serve it to your friends. And today we have a big birthday party to celebrate. My Data friends come from Berlin all over, and we are celebrating a birthday from Sri Swami Ganapati Satchidananda. That's a yoga, another yogi, as it's a music yogi who travels around the world and gives us wonderful music. It's music for healing and meditation. Yeah, I love it a lot. He's a big yogi, and yeah, there's a lot of good things. And well, we all see him once in a while in India every year, and today we celebrate his birthday. It's nice. I will begin right away, and I have some ingredients here. It's not very complicated. But the main part, I have here springform. It's about 20 centimeters. You can see. Line it with a parchment paper so the cake wouldn't stick here. And pretty simple. But before I go into the details, I have to say something about the order of the making. And it has to do something with my food processor. Here's my food processor, and I have to use it twice. And the first time, I just grate some nuts. Here, I'll show you my nuts. Oops, what's in there? Shouldn't belong. Shouldn't have been there. Here I have some nuts that are these nuts from the original Indians in America, pekan nuts, and these hazelnuts. Both of them I will combine for putting it on top of the top layer of the cake. And for that, I just pulse it a little bit, just to make it a little bit gross coarse meal. Just pulsing is here. So very low. After you need electrical power. See, pulsing. Yeah, goes very easy, and then you have some nice hand crunchy pieces. A bit more. Yeah. Should be enough, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. This is nice. You put it on the cake on top and some chocolate over. Yeah. Then you have a nice topping. Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't need more. So a little bit more maybe. Alright. Oh, this is good. So if I went here, this is my final form of the topping, the base of the topping. So this I put it here in my bowl and set it aside. And then I can make the dough for the whole cake. And I don't need to wash it before. Otherwise, the other way around wouldn't have worked, because then this is all sticky with everything I put into the dough. So now I make the base of the cake. I put the side for later. So with the base of the cake, the bottom layer are almonds. Here is 3 cups about, and maybe 1.5 cups of these nuts. It's wonderful nuts. There. And first I make a fine flour, medium. Put it back onto the regular. show you what it looks like. Here, this course, I'd like to have it. This is the main part of the cake. Yeah? The layer, the bottom layer and the filling at the same time. So, first, I put the nuts. This is, goes very fast. They ground the nuts at first, without anything else. They are easier to ground. And here, I have these dates. Very soft dates from Iran, Persian dates. I have a special shop here, a very small shop, a very wonderful lady, and she actually wanted to give these to me as a gift because when they were shipped from Persia to Germany, they got stuck in the container, a little bit pressed, and she thought she couldn't sell them anymore, but to give a whole box of them to me. And they are super delicious, very soft, almost like the Majou dates. I have to say, I even like them a little bit better than them. And very inexpensive, delicious. So the dates go in here, maybe 2 cups or so. And some spices. I have cinnamon and vanilla. This, by the way, is raw vanilla. You won't believe it at first, but it is true. You can find it on the internet. So, vanilla and cinnamon. Yeah. Tablespoon each. I have raw chocolate here, 6 tablespoons, goes in there too. And finally, I have some nut mousse here, almond mousse, almond butter, goes in there too. I'm almost complete now. It's all according to the recipe my friend Lila. So far, I will add some differences, and when the topping comes, I will tell you later, and we'll see. So, and she says I should use some lemon juice, a little bit only, just a sprinkling of lemon. Just cut the lemon into 2 halves, like this, take out the little kernels, and put it onto my hand. The juice runs through my fingers, like this. And the kernels, they stay in my hand. Well, no, no kernel stayed in there because nothing came out, but it is enough for me. Second, my fingers on the water. This is all. This is all now, and the cake will be almost done. But one last ingredient, and I can put it in only at the very last moment, because otherwise it wouldn't work. It wouldn't dissolve evenly in the whole dough. See, this is coconut mousse, or you can call it coconut butter. I melted it on hot water, on a cup. Yeah, this is my cup. I put these together. Here's the cup. Here's the little metal container, and then it melts easily, as the metal will let the energy pass through. And it is a nice way to do it. It fits all nicely together, and so I'm always easy if it is about melting coconut mousse or chocolate, as I will do in a moment, to show you my topping. So, coconut mousse. The very last ingredient of my dough. One more. Process it. Here we go. That's it. See, it even doesn't want to do more. You almost see that it's finalized. Take out the S-plate, and put it all here into my spring form. Here I use a spoon to scrape out the sides. why I should use a plastic spoon or spade, scraper. Very careful now. So, done. So, I won't need this anymore right now. So I put this aside. So, I just press this down now. And you see, I show you again how light it is. It's a wonderful consistency, a texture for a cake, you see? You press it a little bit, it will keep together. So I press it a little bit, so it's not like marsh paint or so. It is more like a cake, like a baked cake almost. So I press it down a little bit, so when I cut the pieces out of the cake, they will keep together and not fall apart to 1,000 little pieces. See, I press it a little bit, not too hard though, not too firm. Just the right measure. Sounds nice, feels nice to me. And it looks so nice. Oh, it's a wonderful texture. I already have to say, Lila, thanks a lot for this wonderful recipe. It looks so nice. You have so great ideas. I like it. It was a perfect recipe for today. I hadn't so much time today. I was busy on the weekend, and the weekend couldn't do so much. And then she posted the recipe, and I said, oh, that's the perfect recipe for today. Well, I guess that would be a nice cake as a base. And on top of the base comes my nuts. So it's a nut cake, please. Put the nuts on top, like this. Spread them evenly. So the whole nuts and the half nuts, they have a little bit the same density everywhere. See, this is what it looks like. Looks like a wonderful nut cake, doesn't it? That remains here for a while. And now I do the final step. Here, I prepared it already. I have some chocolate here. And this is raw chocolate. Also molten. See? I put them on top of my nuts. But first I will change a little bit. So this is a little bit tricky now. You see that this better. So this has been in hot water, but it has been sitting for a while. So I will use it. I use fresh water. It is a little bit hotter. So once I work, see it's steaming. Can you see it? It keeps the chocolate warmer. Because I have to add some other ingredients to my chocolate. It fits perfectly here, you see? It's a bit too much. Shouldn't be that much. So I discard something a little bit. Oops. So the water wouldn't spill and make it all wet on working place. So this is better. You can touch it, push it down, and no water will come out. So there has to go something in. And I have a little fork here and here is my almond butter. I have another piece of almond butter here, 2 tablespoons full. This is about 120 grams. So I put the almond butter into the chocolate. Small quantity first. Dissolve it there. Stir it in. This makes the chocolate, which is very bitter, very pure chocolate powder, is it? Mousse, chocolate. Yeah, it's a raw chocolate. Usually, if you have the chocolate butter, it is white. But this is because the dark parts of the chocolate have been extracted. And then you use the chocolate butter and the chocolate powder, the cacao powder, to make your own chocolate. In this case, they didn't extract the dark parts of the chocolate, of the cacao. They just put it into the chocolate. They left it into the chocolate, and so we have a different kind of cacao butter. It's a whole cacao butter, including the dark part of the chocolate. This is why this is very bitter, and I have to make some refinements. in order to make my cake a little bit more palatable. So I put all of my almond butter into my mousse, the first refinement, and it dissolves very nicely. And the chocolate, neither will the chocolate get firmed up, because it begins to get cold again, because I have my hot water, new heated water below. It's called a water bath. A water bath is a very good way to keep the chocolate in the right temperature. It has to be 37 degrees around Celsius to have this melting effect of the chocolate. Almost done. And after this, I will add one more ingredient. First, I show you how nice it looks before I put in the last ingredient, the third ingredient for my chocolate topping. It's to be very evenly incorporated to everything. So, this would be like this. I'll show you what it looks like. See, this is raw chocolate mass with almond butter. See, it's nice evenly combined. So finally, I use some date mousse. I made some date mousse, and again, I used my Persian dates. See, it's very sweet and dark, and it would be nice to have it in the chocolate, because then the chocolate is a little bit sweeter. Then it would be nice. This is a classical chocolate recipe. If you don't make your own chocolate, this would be the way to go. So, just a little bit. It's according to what you like, how sweet you like. Again, I incorporate everything evenly. The date mousse is very liquid, runny, so it's no problem at all to incorporate it all evenly. But it begins to firm up a little bit, I already see. It has been the same like I did before with the date mousse. It firms up easily with the date mousse. It happens again here. I have to be careful. Otherwise, I have to make it liquid again by heating it up. I'll put some more water in it. So, see how firm it gets? The date mousse pulls out the water, but it's still okay. I have to try it. With a spoon. You see, has changed its texture. And this I will spread on top of the nuts. Take a spoon. Oops. There's my spoon. Here. That mixes up with the nuts a little bit. That's okay. And the nut chocolate on top. It's all one mass. Now, take my scraper maybe to here. Scraper. Yeah, that works better. things to work, that the chocolate and the nuts begin to combine and to form an even mass, a nice texture. You see it takes some time to get it all nicely covered and spread evenly, homogeneous way. That takes some time, but it is worth doing it. And if that is done, you just put it into a fridge for half an hour or a freezer, and I can serve my cake. Tonight we have a nice party. And finally, we press it down into the cake a little bit to make it all stick together. The top layer together with the cake, the bottom, and the filling, which is white. So. The spoon is a little bit harder. I will press it down now. Make it all stick together. So, guess this should do. Second. Show you again. It's my chocolate cake for tonight. See? Yeah, tell me if you like it. I will tell Lila. And then we will see us soon. Probably you might like to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called MD Vegan. And you will get another recipe every single day. I see you soon.